My name is Dr. Fontes, and today we're talking about cancer. So let's see. Cancer affects many people around the world and happens when cells do not go the process of mitosis correctly. Therefore, malignant tumors and cells are created and can and will kill you if you do not take the serious measures to avoid and get rid of cancer, which can be very hard. For a cancer to be a common cancer, it should have more than 40,000 cases in a year. The most common type of cancer is breast cancer, with 360,000 cases. Next are lung and prostate cancers. But today we will be talking about pancreatic cancer. And we have a very special guest for mine. Dr. Pozo, please come.
Hi, good evening.
Me and Dr. Pozo studied cancer back in college.
Yes, and I brought some research papers from my college. So, what is pancreatic cancer? Well, as you can tell from the name, pancreatic cancer occurs in your pancreas. But what is the pancreas? Pancreatic cancer begins in the tissues of your pancreas, an organ in your abdomen that lies horizontally behind the part of your stomach. Your pancreas secretes enzymes that aid digestion and hormones that help regulate the metabolism of sugars. Pancreatic cancer often has a poor prognosis, and ever when diagnosed early. Pancreatic cancer typically spreads rapidly and is seldom detected in its early stages, which is a major reason why it's a leading cause of cancer death. Signs and symptoms may not appear until pancreatic cancer is quite advanced and complete surgical removal isn't possible. So as I was saying, some symptoms include abdominal pain and fluids such as urine not flowing properly.
I have a diagram here, and the pancreas consists of the body, the tail, the bile duct, and the pancreatic duct. So, pancreatic cancer arises when cells in the pancreas begin to multiply out of control and form a mass. These cancer cells have the ability to invade other parts of the body. There are a number of types of pancreatic cancers, the most common being pancreatic adenocarcinoma. It accounts for about 45% of cases, and the term pancreatic cancer is sometimes used to refer only to that type. These adenocarcinomas start with the part of the pancreas which makes the digestive enzymes. Several other types of cancer, which collectively represent the majority of the non-adenocarcinoma, can also arise from these cells. Pancreatic cancer really occurs before the age of 40, as my colleague said, and more than half of the cases of pancreatic adenocarcinoma occur in those over 70. Risk factors of pancreatic include tobacco, smoking, obesity, and an unhealthy diet. Pancreatic cancer is usually diagnosed by a combination of medical imaging techniques such as ultrasound and computed photography, blood stage test, and examination of tissue sample, which is biopsy. These include divided into stages from early stage 1 to late stage 6. Screening the general population has not been found to be effective.
So as you can see, the pancreas is surrounded by many other organs such as the small intestine, the colon, liver, gallbladder, and spleen. So, if not treated properly, this cancer could spread to other organs and can cause much danger to the body. As my colleague said, pancreatic cancer is common in people aged 40 or 70, but is most common in people aged 60. Some chances of cure are surgical removal of parts of the pancreas, but not total removal. And also, sometimes pancreatic cells may leave some residue in the body, so it's not 100. The process isn't 100%.
But to prevent pancreatic cancer, maintaining a healthy weight and limiting consumption of red and processed meat is recommended. Smokers' chance of developing the disease decreases if they stop smoking and almost returns to that of the rest of the population after 20 years.
And in general, the more advanced the cancer, or the more it has grown and spread, the less chance the treatment will be curative.
Yes. Surgery, as my colleague said, is the only treatment that can cure the disease. It may also be done to try to improve the quality of life without the potential cure. Pain management and medication to improve digestion are sometimes needed. Early palliative care is recommended even for those receiving treatment for the aims of cure. In 2012, pancreatic cancer of all types were the 7th most common cause of cancer deaths, resulting in 330,000 deaths globally. That's a lot. So, in the United States, pancreatic cancer is the 4th most common cause of death due to cancer. The disease occurs most often in a developed world, where about 70% of the new cases in 2012 originated.
Well, now that we've been talking about the symptoms and causes of the cancer, what does the pancreas do? Well, in fact, the pancreas makes a fluid that contains enzymes or chemicals that are needed to digest the food. The enzymes are made in the pancreatic cells and are passed into tiny ducts or tubes, such as the pancreatic duct. These ducts join together like branches of a tree to form the pancreatic duct. This drains the enzyme-rich fluid into the duodenum. The enzymes are in an inactive form in the pancreas, otherwise they would digest the pancreas itself. They are activated in the duodenum to digest food. So, if one so succumbs to pancreatic cancer, you wouldn't be able to digest the food, and it would cause an overflow that will cause much pain.
Signs and symptoms. Since early pancreatic cancer usually does not cause recognizable symptoms, the disease is not typically diagnosed until it has spread beyond the pancreas itself. Some symptoms are pain in the upper abdomen, jaundice, whites on the eyes, unexplained weight loss, loss of appetite, nausea, fatty feces, diabetes, and and other findings are that it affects your blood vessels, the deep veins of the extremities, or the other superficial veins anywhere on the body.
So, what are the causes of pancreatic cancer? Or what may trigger this?
Pancreatic cancer is triggered when someone smokes and they don't have a healthy diet. And if they have obesity, that's a very risky symptom to have cancer. But the risks of cancer are the age, gender, and race. The risk of developing pancreatic cancer increases with age. Most cases occur after the age of 65, while cases before age 40 are very uncommon. This disease is slightly more common in men than women, and in the United States it's over 1.5 times more common in African Americans, though incidence in Africa is low. So, obesity, a BMI greater than 35 increases relative risk by about half. So, obesity is very, very, very...
So what you're saying, a kid about, say, 11 years old it would be more rare for him to contract the disease than a man of 30 or 70 that have a more unbalanced diet.
Yes, of course, because that kid has a very new system and has not been damaged by smoking, alcohol, or the BMI greater than 35. Most of those factors are taken into place when your risk is very high.
So as you said, obesity is also a cause. And as we know, obesity is a big problem in America. And I'm not saying that obese people are a bad thing, but they have a, less unbalanced diet with more fats and sodiums that may clog up how would you say, veins?
Yes.
And also, a lot of chemicals are consumed that aren't very good that might cause this cancer or disease.
Yes. But surgery to cure the cancer is not very common, but surgery with the intention of a cure is only possible in around 1/5, 20% of the new cases. Although CT scans help, in practice it can be difficult to determine whether the tumor can be fully removed, and it may only become apparent during surgery that it is not possible to successfully remove the tumor without damaging other vital tissues. Whether or not surgical resection can be offered depends on the various factors, including the precise extent of the local anatomical adjacency to or involvement of the venous or arterial blood vessels, as well as surgical expertise and a careful consideration of projected post-operative recovery. The age of the person is not itself a reason not to operate, but the general performance status needs to be adequate for a major operation.
So, there you have it. If you're a person aged over 60, try to take care of your diet and smoking, because you don't want to contract this disease.
Yes, and you don't want to have surgery or chemotherapy or radiotherapy.
It's just a very big hassle, and we are caring for you. So that's all the time we have. Thank you.
Thank you.